In 2009, Harry Patch and Henry Allingham, two of the three of the last survivors with first-hand experience of the Great War, as it was called, passed on, and we felt that it would be nice to mark or commemorate their sacrifice, along with the sacrifice of the millions of other soldiers and service people and civilians on both sides of the conflict. And do it in a way that had some resonance and meaning with a new generation who perhaps might not get the point of wreath laying at the cenotaph and so on. This is the third year that Platform 7 have done Up the Line with the support of the local community, particularly the Friends, the Arts Council, of course, who helped fund this, the local authorities, and lots of other local organisations who've got behind us. We looked at how we might create something beautiful in the space that is St John's Margate Cemetery.
The mouth of hell rode the 600, shattered and sundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600.
Well, my name is Joseph Brown from Margate. We thought we'd come along and take a look. John had told us about the event. You know, we found it fascinating, and we know that it'll be very interesting and something different. I visited Margate Cemetery several times before. In fact, my grandfather's buried just up the other side. You know, there's some really interesting graves here, and it's a great reflection of the local culture, you know, and the history. It's unusual to be at the cemetery in the evening too, and that's you know, it's nice to come back and take a look again, you know, in the evening. Full moon this evening as well. Fireworks in the background. There's a nice crowd here. I can't imagine that the original designers of cemeteries expected us to be walking around them at night doing what we're doing, but I'm sure they'd be well pleased. They was designed for people to walk around and spend the afternoon. At any rate, I'm sure they'd be pleased to know we're here, and it is a pleasant walk, a bit macabre maybe.
Dreamed great dreams of our future in those days, setting our feet on undiscovered ways, and all I asked of fame, a scarlet cross on my breast, my dear, for the swords by your name. Pausing a little, breathless space, touching a restless, fevered hand, murmuring comforts commonplace. Long enough pause to feel the cold.
I'm Julian Jacobson. I'm a pianist and professor at the Royal College of Music in London. I think anything that makes us reflect, and especially the young reflect who have little direct experience of war, on what it all means and the pity of it, and basically the disaster of it, the lack of necessity of it, but then of course the nobility within war of sacrifice, and the fact that a great deal of beautiful art, poetry, music has come out of it. It can only be a good thing, I think, and we should never forget the sacrifices that have been made on our behalf.
My name is Joe Dugan. I'm a poet. John has invited me the last 3 years. I've been involved in this event. I've stayed involved in this event because I think it's a kind of alternative remembrance event. It maybe challenges our perceptions of what remembrance is about. I have my own ambivalence towards it, about remembrance, about celebrating military death, so I'm here in a slightly ambiguous position, but I feel very comfortable about what I do, and I am very excited that this poem is allowed to be part of this very inclusive event. The poem is The German Graves by A.P. Herbert.
And as I do towards their dead, so may they do to mine. And when at last the Prussians pass among those mounds and sea, the reverend cornflowers crowd the grass because of you and me.
Do my dad first, because I don't know what to say.
I'm Roy Cowley. I'm the grave digger in Margate Cemetery.
Hello, Rick. I work for District Council at the Crematorium.
My name's Paul Verrill. I'm the chair of the Friends of Margate Cemetery.
Hi, I'm Molly. My dad's the grave digger.
I'm Kay Marshall, and as volunteers of the cemetery we were asked to come and help. I'm Ruth Richardson, and I was also asked to help in spending time.
We're delighted that John McKeon decided to do the Up the Line this evening.
It's lovely to have an occasion like this when there's something different going on in our town. And also for Remembrance Sunday as well. I think anything that brings that to the fore is a really, really good idea, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what goes on tonight in their churchyard.
I'm looking forward to going around myself.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's different.
I've seen people doing poems, I've seen a projection, I've seen 2 people dancing, just things scattered around. It's really interesting, and you learn a lot about the graveyard, and you get to know the graveyard like much better.
The war.
Yeah, and the war.
I'm Duncan, the Piper.